Hey guys, I've been going back and forth on how to start this video, and I just figured I would just come on here and just speak rawly and transparently. Obviously, I'm not feeling well right now, mentally and emotionally. And yeah, I'm sitting in this beautiful hotel. I'm trying to get ready because I have to go out and film. So I'm just sitting on the bed. I'm cleaning things up, having a coffee, just finished journaling. And I just want to come on here and talk openly. So I am going through it. It's not obviously a secret to anyone that I would say had a successful business before lockdown got hit hard. And just coming out of lockdown and trying to put that flooring back underneath the businesses, the operations, especially when for me it was in expansion mode. So it's not just it was myself and a couple people. I had a huge team and we were doing major things across the country. So you can't just come back out of that. Also, yeah, people that once worked for me don't necessarily have the same drive or work ethic. There isn't the same amount of cash flow. So just that in itself is a hot mess. And this was ages ago now, 2.5 years ago now, that, things kind of came back to normal. And I personally was able to reemerge, and I launched my magazine. I did beta version number 1. I did a 2nd edition and a 3rd edition. So I was figuring my stuff out, and I was finally back on track. In addition to that, I have a bad autoimmune disease that prevents me from functioning normally on the daily. So my body goes into states of paralysis. Sometimes I can't actually move. Sometimes I can't see. Sometimes I have major chest, rib cage, potentially heart inflammation. So it's really scary. And obviously, even just that alone affects your mental health. So obviously my mental health has majorly been suffering. So those two things have been majorly challenging. But the main thing that I'm dealing with is something pretty scary, I would say. So this is something, I keep saying it, I don't want to bring too much attention to it, but it's really impacted my life. After coming out of the challenges of restarting my company, I launched my magazine, and I would post daily blog posts or Instagram or magazine articles. I would story and highlight businesses that were either paying me or collaborations, but regardless, I was rebuilding my brand. And I mean, just the investment, the energy investment, the money investment, the time, everything just came out of me in order to do that. And yeah, anyone that I posted any post, any story, they started getting messages from somebody who we finally figured out who it was. Somebody has been harassing me for over a year, since March of last year, and blackmailing me. And I'm not going to go too much into detail about that right now, but example for blackmailing, it could be something as simple as something about a close family member of mine, let's say. Or yeah, let's just use that as an example. It could be a blackmailing of if I don't pay a certain amount of money or do something or end something, that person could be in danger. So it's not even necessarily blackmailing towards me, which in my opinion is even worse sometimes. So anything that I would post would get comments all over it. about me personally, about my company, that were extremely false, or there was a little bit of truth that was exaggerated, but like nonstop. Also, any business that I would start tagging or storing or leading up to, an official collaboration or partnership, they started getting emails about me nonstop, negative reviews on their pages. If they work with me, this would happen. So I started getting, everyone who I had created a relationship or partnership with, honestly, most of them reached out to me, sent me the screenshots, and a lot of them ended my partnership with me. So it was really affecting my life and my business. So at first, I would try to salvage those relationships. Sometimes did, sometimes didn't, but it's almost like the bar was set where I had to almost prove myself. And it was a really negative, toxic headspace to be going into with new businesses and new partnerships. So that went on for my edition number 1, my edition number 2, and my edition number 3. My edition number 3, I did a little bit of a media tour, and stuff got worse. Blackmailing, threats, de-threats as well, calls, things saying to watch my back, finding out where I'm at, my address, my car. There was a lot of stuff. So this went on since March of last year. And it's like after a certain amount of time, before we knew who it was, it's like anytime I would like post, I'd work so hard, and then I'd wake up in the night, and if my phone would have a notification, I would panic and I'd open it right away. And a lot of the time it was my worst fears, and it was like screenshots from people, got this message from like this fake account or whatever it is. And it's like I wouldn't be able to sleep, and I would get flared up in my mental health and everything. It's like a snowball effect. So it just brought me to my breaking point, and it brought me to major depression, major anxiety, major sadness, major my safety was majorly at risk. This person knows where I live, all of those details. I ended up not staying at my old home. I moved into a new home. It was a lot. And so I'm sitting here right now. We know who the person is. I have to make some major decisions right now. I'm really scared. I'm afraid that if I just let it go, it's going to continue and I'm not going to be taken seriously. But I'm always the type of person thinking like, listen, it's going to get better, moving on. But I'm just literally sitting here needing to get to work, and I feel like I'm just frozen. I feel like I want to shut down everything. It was very traumatic, and I feel like I genuinely need to heal, and I need closure. So I'm just at the point where I genuinely feel as though I need a break. I need to retract from just trying to get back up and running, trying to be an operational business again, because I did that. I did that after lockdown. I did that after my diagnosis, my disease. I learned to live with my disease. And then this person has just been nonstop. And I'm traumatized, I'm sick, I'm emotionally not well, I'm mentally not well, and I just feel like I need to stop and pause and heal. So I'm like toying with the thoughts of having, such high hopes and expectations for myself, for others. I want to follow through with what I was, supposed to be doing. But at the same time, I feel like I need to just give myself grace and space and a break. I've moved to the outskirts of the forest. I have been vlogging just my life, and I've been loving it. I've been writing a lot, going into the woods and writing. I've written a lot of fiction. I've also written my story, because every day that this has been happening, I've had to document it for the authorities. I could talk about it. So I have a story that my sister thinks I should publish because it's so crazy. And it would also give me a voice as well. So I'm contemplating possibly publishing, my story of harassment and defamation and blackmail and how it's affected me. And I'm trying to figure out what to do. And right now I'm supposed to go out and film, and I just can't. So just wanted to come on here and communicate this to you guys, bring you a little bit of a life update. And I don't know if any of you guys have been through something similar. I would love to hear about it. And if you've been through something where, you're established and you're supposed to be working and operating and you just almost feel stuck and paused, I'd love to hear about that too. So that's it, okay? Hope everyone's having a great spring, and I'll talk soon.